You've finally decided to start moving your body with intention, and that's a great choice. But now comes the question, should you do Pilates or yoga? One has you strengthening your core on a mat, focusing on control and stability. The other has you flowing through poses, stretching into shapes you didn't know your body could make. Both promise similar benefits and both feel approachable. But which one is actually more effective? Let's find out, Queen. Before we compare them, let's make sure we're clear on what each practice actually is. Pilates is a movement system built around control, core strength, posture, and stability. It's precise, and every movement is intentional, which means that you're not just going through motions, you're activating specific muscles and stabilizing your core with focused control. Yoga, on the other hand, is a practice that blends movement, breath, flexibility, and body awareness. You flow from one pose to the next, often synchronized with your breathing and with your own thoughts. You probably have heard about some poses like the downward dog, warrior, or child's pose. The truth is that both practices improve your physical health, but they don't produce the same type of results, so let's compare them. Here's where most women get confused. Some Pilates exercises look almost identical to yoga poses, and sometimes they're the exact same shape, and that's not a coincidence. Yoga is an ancient practice, around 4,000 to 5,000 years old. It was originally developed as a meditative discipline for controlling the mind, so the physical postures came later as a way to support that deeper purpose. Pilates was founded around 1920 by Joseph Pilates, who intentionally drew inspiration from multiple disciplines, including yoga, and combined them into a system focused purely on physical conditioning. That's why some poses look the same, but the intention behind each practice is completely different. This is the most important distinction between the two. Yoga's objective is spiritual. It was created as a tool for mental control and self-awareness, and the physical practice supports that goal, but it's not the goal itself. Pilates' objective is physical. Joseph Pilates developed his method to strengthen his own body and improve his health, so the entire system is designed for physical conditioning. There's no spiritual component attached. But here's something most people don't know. Yoga extends far beyond the physical practice you do on a mat. There's Bhakti Yoga, which is devotional practice, Jnana Yoga, which is the study of spiritual texts, Karma Yoga, which is selfless action, and, of course, meditation and breathwork practices. Pilates, by contrast, stays within the studio. It's a fitness discipline that doesn't extend into philosophy or lifestyle. Let's start with something practical: cost. Pilates can range depending on how you practice it. Mat Pilates classes are relatively affordable, and you can follow along with videos at home for free or with a low-cost subscription. But if you want to use equipment like Pilates reformers, chairs, or barrels, you'll need access to a studio, and these can run anywhere from $30 to $50 per class, sometimes more. Building a home setup with Pilates equipment isn't realistic for most people, as the machines are expensive and take up space. Yoga, by comparison, is extremely accessible. All you need is a mat, and even that's optional if you're on carpet or grass. You can practice at home with free videos, join donation-based communities, or pay for a studio membership if you prefer guided instruction. Even high-quality yoga classes tend to cost less than reformer Pilates sessions. If cost isn't a concern, what about how easy it is to actually get started? Pilates movements are mainly technical, which means there is a learning curve. You're learning how to engage your core, isolate specific muscles, and move with control. For most beginners, that takes time, but it's not bad if you are willing to learn something new, which is an amazing experience. Yoga, on the other hand, tends to feel more intuitive for beginners. Beginner classes are widely available, and the movements are often easier to follow initially. You can see the pose, mirror it, and feel your body stretching or balancing. For most women just starting out, yoga feels more beginner-friendly. If you have tried both, what do you think is more accessible? Breathing is a foundational pillar in both practices, but the way you breathe in each one is completely different. In yoga, you always breathe through your nose, both inhaling and exhaling. The breath goes deep into your abdomen. Think of how the breath of a sleeping baby makes their belly rise and fall gently. That's the breath you're aiming for in yoga. In Pilates, you inhale through your nose, but you exhale through your mouth, like you're fogging up a mirror. And during that exhale, you activate your pelvic floor and your transverse abdominals, the deep core muscles that create stability in every Pilates movement. In yoga, breathing techniques are more related to meditation, while in Pilates, they are similar to the ones from other sports and practices. Now, both practices improve your body, but they don't build the same kind of strength or mobility. Pilates is designed to build core strength, improve posture, enhance stability, and develop muscle control. It's not about bulking up, it's about creating a strong, stable foundation that supports your entire body. You'll notice better posture, less lower back pain, and a leaner tummy. Pilates centers almost everything around your core, which is why Pilates is so often recommended for people with back pain. Yoga focuses on flexibility, mobility, balance, and breath. It lengthens muscles, opens joints, and improves your range of motion. It's calming for your nervous system and helps you feel more grounded in your body, so it has lots of benefits for your emotional state. Now, let's address the most common reason women start either practice: weight loss. Here's the truth, and I hate to break it to you, but neither Pilates nor yoga alone guarantees fat loss. Fat loss comes from a calorie deficit. Movement supports that process by increasing your energy output and building muscle, but the movement itself isn't what creates fat loss. That said, both practices can contribute to an active lifestyle. Pilates tends to be more muscle-focused, which can slightly increase your metabolic rate over time and you'll appear more muscular and toned. Yoga, especially more athletic styles like vinyasa or power yoga, can burn a moderate amount of calories during the session, so you'll sweat and burn more calories. But neither one is designed primarily for fat loss. If that's your main goal, pair either practice with mindful eating and you're good to go. Now let's clear up some common myths. Some people think yoga is too easy to be effective, or that it's only for flexible people. Neither is true. Yoga can be incredibly challenging, and flexibility is something you build over time and will improve your overall life quality for sure. For Pilates, others assume it is just stretching, or that it's not intense enough to create real change. Also false. Pilates is strength training, and you'll feel it. The truth is that both practices are safe and effective when done properly. Injuries happen when form is sloppy, or when you push past your body's current capacity, but practiced with awareness. Both are gentle on your joints and sustainable long-term. Keep in mind that nothing stops you from doing both. Many women combine Pilates for strength and yoga for flexibility, since the two practices complement each other beautifully. Just remember that you don't need extremes to change your body. You need clarity, patience, and habits you can repeat. And when you give your body that, it responds.